For part 1 of auto layout, we recreated this mobile app. For part 2, we also recreated another mobile app. For part 3, we will recreate this menu. So I'm not going to use this artistic background. I'll use a simple button background. I'll give it the background color. I will update the font size. I'll only make the right side round corner. Finally, I will align the text to the right side. Once I'm done, I'll rename it to header and then I'll create my first component. The only thing I need to add to my component is selecting my text and actually adding text property to it. Adding text property to it lets me actually rename my elements on the properties panel rather than clicking inside of it. Also, when I try to swap components, it preserves the actual text. So if I bring an instance out of my header, you see now I have the text property called label and I have my subs word here. Now I have my first element created. I can simply use auto layout to resize it and update the text as I go. Well, you also notice that this menu has 3 layouts, so we have to make sure that we create 3 auto layout boxes or use grid. I'll go to grid and create 3 column layout. By clicking grid, I can simply go to the grid settings. Instead of hug, I do want to make sure it's fractional unit because I want it to spread all the way. And I only need 1 row, so I would simply select that as 1 row and add another column to my layout. Since I have 3 of my elements created, all I have to do is to drag them inside the grid. The other thing that I need to do is click on the actual grid and go to the grid setting. And instead of hug, making sure that the entire height is set to fill and going to individual auto layout elements and making sure they actually span the entire grid column. If I now click on my elements, you see that my left, right, middle, all of them are set to fill and fill on both height and width aspect. I can now remove the spacing and padding in all of them and start duplicating each of these headers as I go. What you notice is we need to have multiple variations. This header is on the left side and we need to have this right header being on the right side and this one to be in the middle. So we go back to the header and create multiple variations. So this one would be on the left side. The one in the middle would have round corner on all sides and would also be center aligned. The one on the right side would have only round corner on the left side and it would be aligned to the left side. Also, since we have 3 variations of the header, we now have a new property. We can call this position. Now we can rename this position left, middle, and right. So now I can select my actual header and then switch the position as I go using properties and variants. So I go back to my menu, I would switch this position to the middle and switch the other one to the right side. If we take a look at the current layout, the header is actually spanning all the way. It would be nice if we have the header only takes the available space. So we go to the components, we select all the headers and we actually make it hug. By doing that, if we go back to the auto layout, it actually only takes the available space. So here, if we add more characters inside the header in this example, you see it would actually grow. Also, if we take a look at the secondary elements, here we have elements that actually have the name of the item with the price. Also, we have the other elements in the example of pizza, which different sizes. So we need to create different components. For this one would be a table component, and that one is a simpler version. Even though we have the name of the item on the left side and the actual price on the right side, we can design this a bit differently by having the menu item on the top and having the price at the bottom. And repeat that in the 2 column layout and see how it looks like. So I can go ahead and replace one of these with subs, paste the menu item here and move it to the top, create another auto layout. So I'll call this items and I'll duplicate this. I'm making sure all the elements inside take equal amount of space. So for these 2-dimensional layouts, you can go with grid option because this makes it much easier. So I would go to grid and go to the grid settings. Now we're nesting grid inside the grid. We're using 2 fractional units. And this way we have 2 items. So if I go ahead and duplicate this, you see it would duplicate in a grid-like motion. And I have to make sure all my elements inside are set to fill. Also, I need to adjust the background color of my menu and now replace the item with the prices. Now we replace the items with the prices. We need to group the header with the actual items. Let's just go ahead and add a bit of a spacing for the items and now group it with the header using another auto layout. After grouping it, we can reduce the spacing. And now if we duplicate it, you see we have subs and now we can duplicate our items as we go. What you notice is we also have something called new or popular badges. So we can add that to our item. So we created our new badge and if you see we added it to our components. So if we go to our auto layout, you see it's being repeated everywhere. So we have to go back to our component and make it conditional. So this way we would go to the appearance and making it only show once we toggle it. So here we have 2 badges, new and popular. And if we go to our auto layouts, we can select individual items and simply make any of them new or popular by using the toggles. This way we can make one of the items stand out. What you notice is if you make any of these items new, it would create a bit of a misalignment. In order to fix that, you could go simply to the other one and making sure the height is set to fill and align it at the bottom. So this way your item is aligned no matter what. If you also want to test out how the other version looked like by having the item on the left side and the price on the right side, we can simply go back to the component and create another variant. So for the stacked version, what we can simply do is to expand this and change it going from left to right and grouping the item with popular and new. Moving the item to the left side and making sure it's center aligned, and it pushes the price all the way to the end. Also, I would select this one and then make this also center aligned as well. So this way I can call this is stacked, then give the first one true, give the other one false. By doing that, now I can go back to the auto layout and then simply select all these items, duplicate them, and turning off the stacked version. By doing that, now I can compare whether the stacked version looks better or the row version. This is what we have so far. After adjusting the spacing and also adding more variants, now we have 4 types of variants. Basically, we have a variant with adding new badges and popular badges if we want to. We have a variant whether it's stacked or not, as well as whether we want a background or not. For our final item, we're going to leverage our existing component. So if I go ahead and assign our component, we are not going to use the stacked version. We are going to leverage this existing component and just simply adding the prices on the right side. So we detach the component and now we have the prices on the right side. We need to wrap another auto layout around it and start duplicating the prices. And we want to make sure all these price items are fixed because we don't want them to have different spacing and all of them to be aligned to the right side. So in the container, instead of hug, we would go with fixed and let's go with 45 pixels and align them all to the right side. Also, we can adjust the spacing to 8 pixels and now we have 3 price items on the right side and our pizza item on the left side. So we can create a component out of this one and add another variant and making sure the other variant has the background color. Now we have our pizza sizes created. So this way, all of them are priced to the right side. We can turn on and off the background and also turn on and off the badges. So if we go to our menu and simply duplicate that and change that into pizza, now we replace the first one with our pizza sizes. And this is how easy it is for us to add the new badge or the popular badge, as well as adding the background or not. So after designing the components and all the variants, now we can see how the menu looks like by adding all of them together. I'll quickly flip to the previous menu and you guys let me know what you think. Do you like the previous menu that was designed in Canva, or do you like this new menu that is designed in Figma?